WAEC INFOBOX is brought to you by the West African Examinations Council in partnership with Ovueta and supported by BIC and ULESSEN.
WAEC INFOBOX.
Hello there. Welcome to another episode of WAEC INFOBOX, the most authoritative television program on education and examinations in Nigeria and West Africa in general. Brigham Young, an American religious leader, the second president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and founder of Salt Lake City, said, "Education is the power to think clearly, the power to act well in the world's work, and the power to appreciate life." In this episode of WAEC INFOBOX, we'll bring you the part of our interview with Mrs Frances Iweha-Onukwu, the Senior Deputy Registrar, Head, Test Development Division, WAEC Nigeria. In this part of the interview, Mrs Iweha-Onukwu shares her vision for the all-important test division, plus our other regular segments, a celebration of an academic champion, examination success tips, WAEC socials, and more. I am Rhoda Morakinyo. Do stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hey, I miss you.
It's not working.
What?
It's just not working.
Excuse me? You told me you love me and now it's not working?
The pen.
Who the heck is Jen?
There's just nothing. What's the problem?
Jen, huh?
Who?
For next time, Big Crystal Original. Get a pen you can rely on.
Are you looking for a world-class aptitude testing service in Nigeria? Here we are. The West African Examinations Council delivers reliable and standardized computer and paper-based aptitude testing service for recruitment, promotion, entrance, guidance and scholarship needs. Our services are a breath of fresh air in a highly competitive business environment. For inquiries, please call 080-2310-3924, 080-3414-9549, or send an email to aptitudetestdepartment@waec.org.ng. The integrity of our aptitude test services is unbeatable.
Do you want to work in the film and TV industry? Are you passionate about acting, screenwriting, and more? Then register at the NIJ Film and TV Academy. The academy, set up by the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, will commence with 7 courses: screen acting, screenwriting, cinematography, film directing, film editing, film sound production, and television production. At the NIJ Film and TV Academy, you will receive hands-on training by industry experts and internship opportunities. Register now to join the August 2021 session at nijfilmandtv.com or call 080-2325-2756 or 080-6591-1247. NIJ Film and TV Academy, making effective impact for creativity.
WAEC INFOBOX.
This week on the news, WAEC concludes arrangements to conduct 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examinations for school candidates as 1.6 million candidates register. No fewer than 1.6 million candidates are expected to participate in this year's West African Senior School Certificate Examinations for school candidates, scheduled to begin on the 16th of August 2021. The head of National Office of WAEC Nigeria, Mr. Patrick Aregan, gave the figure in an interview in Lagos. He said that the development was taking its toll on the council's operations. Aregan said, ahead of the conduct of the 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examinations, the Council has been working with relevant stakeholders to ensure each free 2021 WASC for school candidates, despite some challenges. Mr. Aragan said, conducting examinations is not a tea party. It is a huge task and requires the collaboration of all critical stakeholders, including the media. It requires a lot of preparation and even more, especially in the face of the rising cases of insecurity and the resurgence of the corona pandemic in the country. Speaking further, Mr. Aragan opened that in conducting these examinations, we also want to ensure that the lives of all those involved, including council staffs and materials, are properly secure. Our arrangement for the successful conduct of our upcoming examination, therefore, is in top gear as we are ensuring that we do not leave any stone unturned. Inmate in Oka Correctional Center bags PGD Master's degree in Infotech. Jude Onwuzilike, an inmate at the Oka Correctional Center in Anambra State on Tuesday, bagged 2 certificates from the National Open University of Nigeria, Oka Study Center. Onwuzilike was issued the certificates of postgraduate diploma and Masters of Science degrees in Information Technology. Mr. Edoka, Registrar, National Open University of Nigeria, while presenting the certificates at the Oka Correctional Center, said the program was targeted at impacting lives, including providing education to the inmates. He urged other inmates to take advantage of the program to become educated. The inmates defended the certificates online under strict supervision. This shows that the distance and space were no barriers to interested students of the institution. In his remarks, Mr. Patrick Chukwuemeka, Controller, Oka Correctional Center, said that the scheme was initiated for the educational development and skill empowerment of inmates. Responding, the graduate, Onwuzulike, thanked the center and the National Open University of Nigeria for the opportunity given to him to upgrade himself academically. In another development, groups enlighten children on COVID-19. Beyond the Classroom, a non-governmental organization in partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, has engaged 6,000 children in Nigeria on COVID-19 safety protocols. The community engagement was part of the MasterCard Foundation's COVID-19 public awareness campaign aimed at delivering accurate, timely, and life-saving information on COVID-19 across African countries and communities. The initiative was rolled out in 11 public and private schools in Lagos and Nasarawa states. Each child received a free COVID-19 safety pack containing a book. There is a new virus in town written by Raquel Daniel, founder of Beyond the Classroom. It is very instructive around this time that 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for school candidates kicks off on the 16th of August 2021. Everyone, especially candidates for the 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for private candidates, are advised to wash their hands regularly with soap or use alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Always correctly wear nose masks while in public, in the examination halls, and to maintain a social distance, at least 1 meter. And that's the news on WAEC INFOBOX.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mrs Frances Da Costa, Senior Deputy Registrar, Test Administration, WAEC Nigeria. I endorse WAEC INFOBOX because it is educative, informative, and very, very entertaining. I urge you to keep watching.
If someone is going down the wrong road, he doesn't need motivation to speed him up. What he needs is education to turn him around. Let us now get enlightened of the interview with Mrs. Frances Iweha-Onukwu, the Senior Deputy Registrar, Head Test Development Division, WAEC Nigeria.
What are the common challenges you face in the process of test development and in your role as head of the division?
Well, challenges, I would say basically, it will just be that of training and retraining. You know, because test development is a technical area, we want to abreast with recent developments. We want to train and retrain both staff and examiners to ensure that they are up to date with developments in their subject areas. You know, and of course, the funds are not there. They're not always there. Funds are always limited. So I would see that as a challenge because I would have really loved a situation. We constantly train our examiners. You find many of them who have left schools many, many years ago. But because of the passion they have for education, because of their love for the organization, they want to participate, they want to still be part of, ensuring that the exams council continues to be relevant. So if we can really continue to train and retrain them to keep them abreast with recent trends in test development, that will gladden my heart.
Aside from the vision of the head of national office for WAEC, can you please tell me your own specific vision for the test development division?
My vision, I want to see my officers as a world-class examination experts. I want to see test development division Nigeria, an organization that our counterparts all over the world will reckon with, will want to collaborate with. I would want to see my officers as officers who are very sound, very confident in their spheres, and are ready to take the passion of test development to greater heights. Well, I want the TDD that will be ready to collaborate with Cambridge, with EdExcel, with international examination bodies in terms of knowledge sharing, test development, and even a situation they can fully reckon with us and push their test papers to us and go to bed and know that, oh, TDD Nigeria will be able to handle it very well. That is my vision for TDD.
Let us talk about examination malpractice. In what way is the TDD, the Test Development Division, safeguarding its processes to ensure that examination fraud does not occur, to save or to curb examination malpractice?
Every process and procedure in TDD is very, very well secured. I will start from staff. Even generally, WAEC staff take oath of secrecy. WAEC staff sign obligations not to compromise or participate in any form of exam malpractice or even disclose some security information to the public. Every process in TDD, even when we commission item writers, like I told you earlier, they don't disclose their identity. The moment you disclose your identity, you're blacklisted and you stop working for us. Even when we commission them, we encourage them to destroy whatever materials used. Like I told you, even when we go for trial test, all test papers administered are retrieved. All. Because you count before you administer and you count after administering. So you don't lose any test paper. At the end of the exercise, all the materials are shredded and burnt, used. So at trial test, we don't lose anything. We come back during moderation of items. You're there with the examiners. You sit there with them under strict supervision of what they do. All rough papers are retrieved from the examiners at the end of every day. Even when you're done with moderation, like I told you, in the compilation of your test papers, TDD officer, you can't even enter anybody's office without knocking on the door because the office will always be locked. It is a breach of security regulation in council to leave any relevant material on your table, even while you're there in the office and somebody walks in, even if it's the HOD. The HOD comes into your office and sees a relevant material, a security material, because everything we deal with here is security on your desk. That is enough to cost you your job. So when TDD officers are working, they are working under security lock. Their doors are locked. You knock on the door, you hold on, the officer clears the table, locks up everything there before you receive a staff, not to talk of an outsider. So at every stage of our work, there's security. And like I told you, the subject officer who even compiles the test papers cannot compile from one exam, from one set of items from an item writer. No way. You juggle so much together. And at the end of the day, it's like giving a rat fish. You understand? You know that you're solely responsible for that paper, so you cannot afford to compromise. Because
it will come.
There is zero, if there's anything lower than zero, in the country, there is zero tolerance for any form of breach of security regulation. The moment there is a breach, the officer is gone.
I'm in SS3. I'm about to write my senior WAEC. I'm trying to do better than what I did in my junior.
When it's time to write an exam that's based off of everything you've learned and you realize that you don't know enough, it's pretty scary.
Before you listen, I wasn't studying so effectively. Thanks to my amazing dad. When he found out about you lesson, we decided to just give it a try.
So I downloaded the app and I found myself really understanding.
I was able to depend on them to teach me, explain stuff to me so I would understand it easier.
There is an app that can help you every day, whenever you need it, and it's really good at what it does.
Lesson for exam champions. Download now on Google Play Store and subscribe.
Wow, with BIC, you'll find all the essentials for a successful school year. Colorings, pencils, and of course, your favorite BIC crystal and 4 color pens. Write your future with BIC.
Do you want to work in the film and TV industry? Are you passionate about acting, screenwriting, and more? Then register at the NIJ Film and TV Academy. The academy, set up by the Nigerian Institute of Journalism, will commence with 7 courses: screen acting, screenwriting, cinematography, film directing, film editing, film sound production, and television production. At the NIJ Film and TV Academy, you will receive hands-on training by industry experts and internship opportunities. Register now to join the August 2021 session at nijfilmandtv.com or call 080-2325-2756 or 080-6591-1247. NIJ Film and TV Academy, making effective impact for creativity.
WAEC INFOBOX. Over the years, the West African Examinations Council have produced and celebrated exceptional students in its examinations. These champions have gone on to achieve great strides in their academic pursuit. On the Academic Champions today, we have Arun Ara-Arotiba. The Academic Champions is brought to you by the kind support of BIC.
One's upbringing and background does a lot in shaping the person's consciousness towards a lot of things in life, spiritual things and academic affairs included. So right from time, my parents have always been very academically inclined. They would ask you, have you done your assignment? You're supposed to be reading and those sort of things. So they usually, we felt it was pressure at that time that they are pressuring us, but it did a lot in shaping our attitude towards our academics and making sure that we always strived to excel and to make them proud.
I won't say there was anything special about him when he was growing up. It was just the same attitude like his brothers. But one thing I always do is I always tell them to study hard. All his brothers, it was the same process. So when he did his own GCE, 9 subjects, he had A1 in 8. The only place where he had B2 was Greek, and it was a subject that he didn't want to do, but I forced him to do it. He came back and said, "Daddy, you are the one that spoiled my result." I said, "I did not spoil your result. Is it because of the B2? He said, "Yes." I said, "Yes, I did not spoil your result." In WAEC, you have the opportunity. At least in WAEC, you will not blame me. That is why even he had to drop that Greek. He didn't do it in WAEC because he felt, he didn't tell me he dropped it because he felt that was what spoiled his GCE result. So when the result came that he had A1 in all the subjects, the first thing my mind went to was, this guy is the best in West Africa.
Funnily enough, it has always been like an expectation, or would I say an ambition, I had to have the best WASC result in West Africa for my set. And let me describe how it happened. So in 2015, I had finished my junior NECO exams and everything, and then my other brother was opportune to attend one of the award ceremonies for outstanding WASC candidate of the year 2014. So it was in 2015 they were rewarded. So he brought home the manual, and then I was like, wow, it's like WAEC. Let's see how they reward. So I checked it, and there was a page. There were some pages showing the history of the winners of the award, and then I looked at it and I saw that in the earlier years, the first year it was in Nigeria and I won, so I was proud. My country, Nigeria, we are doing well. So I checked, Nigeria dominated from the turn of the 21st century, 2000, 2001, up to 2007. Then I noticed that from 2008 up till the year of award, that's the 2014 award, Ghanaians had been sweeping the award. I was in Jersey, then I was like, why now? It was just Ghanaians dominating, and I was like, I was just prepared. Something was prepared inside of me that how come Nigeria is the most populated and then Ghanaians are dominating? So I was like, I said, I wish maybe in my year I would feature in this award list too. At least let Nigeria win once more. And so it was from JS3, but I kind of, the goal kind of laid low as I continued my secondary education. I didn't really put it too much thought until I was faced with the exams, and then that's when I started praying. And then, but I prayed it with unbelief because I didn't really think myself capable or intelligent enough. I was like, even the whole of West Africa, how is that possible? But I still prayed it too sharp.
To be honest, I wasn't really surprised because I don't know. I had the opportunity to attend the WAEC conference where they awarded the 2014 winners, of which a Ghanaian won it, and I was like, I'm not really bothered about it actually. But after my WAEC, I was like, so when his GC came out and he had then I was like, I now remembered that I attended one conference where they awarded the winners. I was not like, God, I now pray to God that God should crown his effort with success. And when I heard the news, I was elated and I was not really surprised because I was kind of expecting it.
But I just thank God that he has made it. He has made the country proud. He has made the school proud. He has made the family proud. And that is it. And I want to advise those students out there that they need to study and study well. Because I remember Shewara is the type that read a lot. In the toilet, this boy will carry his notes to the toilet to read. I will tell him that, how many minutes will you spend in the toilet? And after freshening up, we just drop the thing in the sink, in the wash hand base. I said, bros, go and take your notes in the toilet. And that is the kind of person he is.
Okay, as an elder brother, I want to tell him to keep working hard and being diligent, because I've noticed that he has established a balance between his social life and his academic life. So I want him to continue doing that, and with this, the sky will just be wouldn't be the limit for him.
WAEC INFOBOX.
I'm Olubumi Atekoja, Director ICT, WAEC Nigeria. WAEC INFOBOX is a must-watch. It gives you information about exam conduct in WAEC Nigeria and all that is related to it. Keep watching.
WAEC INFOBOX. Tips for successful exam preparation. In August this year, many school candidates will be sitting for the 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for school candidates. In this series, we will give candidates of examinations general valuable advice on how to prepare well for the upcoming 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination. It seems like some students strive on last-minute cramming, but most experts will agree cramming isn't effective. The biggest problem with cramming, according to a UCLA professor of psychiatry, is that cramming causes students to sacrifice sleep time to study. While it is not possible to perform well on a test without required knowledge, sleep is critical to academic success. Sacrificing sleep for an additional 3 or 4 hours of study is often counterproductive. One of the most important test preparation tips we can give you is to give yourself enough time to study. Don't procrastinate. It is best to begin preparing long before the day of a test. Make it a habit to complete reading assignments on time and frequently review lecture notes. If you are preparing for 2021 West African Senior School Certificate Examination for school candidates, you will all want to organize your time so you can dedicate more time to the exams that are more important or is going to be more demanding. 1. Give yourself enough time to study. Make a study schedule that fits your way of studying and do not leave anything for the last minute. While some students do seem to thrive on last-minute studying, often this way of partial studying is not the best approach for exam preparation. Write down how many exams you have, how many pages you have to learn, and the days you have left. Afterwards, organize your study habits accordingly. Make sure your study space is organized. Make sure you have enough space on your desk to spread your textbooks and notes. Ensuring that the room is sufficiently bright and your chair restful enough are also points to consider. Pay attention to details that can distract you and remove them from your study space. Make sure that you feel comfortable in your study space and that you can focus. For some individuals, this may mean complete silence, while for others, listening to music helps. Some of us need complete order to focus, while others like to study in a more cluttered environment. Make sure your study space is friendly and pleasant so that you can fully concentrate.
WAEC INFOBOX. Wow! With BIC, you'll find all the essentials for a successful school year. Colorings, pencils, and of course, your favorite BIC crystal and 4 color pens. Write your future with BIC.
Wow. When one is learning and enjoying, time is not always one's best friend. It has been a pleasure bringing you this unique episode of WAEC INFOBOX. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned as much as I did. Henry Ford, an American industrialist, business magnate, and the founder of the Ford Motor Company said, "Anyone who stops learning is old, either at 20 or at 80. Anyone who keeps learning stays young. The most important thing in life is to keep the mind young. So, seek to be educated, get educated." I am Rhoda Morakinyo. Goodbye.
WAEC INFOBOX was brought to you by the West African Examinations Council in partnership with Ovueta and supported by BIC and ULESSON. That's it for today on WAEC INFOBOX. We hope to see you back here, same station, same time.